How I would start a home care agency from scratch in 2026. That's right. So if I lost everything today and had to start my home care business from scratch, no clients, no referrals, no team, no fancy office, this is exactly how I would do it, right? So not what sounds good online, because there's a lot of stuff up here. There's a lot of fluff out here that can sound good to some people, especially if you're new to this industry. So, not what influencers tell you, because I know a lot of them focus on the money, the money, the money. Okay. But what I believe would give me the fastest path to building a profitable agency. Let's get started. So, hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Kenshada Daniels, a home care consultant. I help ambitious, aspiring women grow and scale their home care businesses, and also teach you like different strategies, real world experience, how to use systems. So today I'm breaking down exactly how I would start a home care agency from scratch if I had to begin all over again. So grab a notebook, because I'm going to be giving you the entire roadmap. So you definitely want to take notes. I'm a note taker. I'm always taking notes. I have notepads everywhere. So I just want to make sure that I'm giving you guys the best information and keeping you informed. Okay, so number one, understand your state requirements. Before spending money on anything else, I would research my state's licensing requirements. Every state is different. I know because of me being a consultant. So some states have simple requirements, others have more complex regulations. Okay? So the biggest mistake beginners make is assuming what works in one state automatically works in another. No, you got to know the rules first. Got to research. So everything becomes easiest after that. Okay? It becomes the easiest after that. After you know the rules, after you've done the research. Okay? All right. So number two is form your business properly. Now, a lot of people may not know about business formation, but that is a big deal. I would create a legal structure. That means choosing my business name. You got to choose a business name. You got to register your business name. You got to get necessary tax information. You got to get a business bank account. Getting organized day one. Okay. Treat your business like a business from the beginning, not a hobby. A lot of you guys start out as you get the idea, I want to start a home care agency, and then as if it's just something you just want to do, right? It's not a business. You're not taking it serious. Okay. But you got to take it serious. Number three, start building relationships immediately. Okay. And this is a big one, especially for me, because before I started mine, I wish I would have known this. I didn't. So the key here is, this is where too many of you wait too long to start doing this, because if it was me, I would start introducing myself to referral sources immediately. Once you get the idea that you want to start a home care agency, start introducing yourself, making those connections. Now, some of my clients have told me, those that are still working in the healthcare field, that they'll start telling their coworkers or maybe their managers. And you have to you have to be discreet with that, okay, as well. Don't do that after licensing, not after the website. You done built this pretty, beautiful website, and then you want to start introducing yourself. No, you got to do that immediately. Now, me looking back, I would connect with social workers, senior communities, churches, case managers, definitely case managers, because those are who I built my relationship with over the years in my own home care business. And it was one of my previous roles as a nurse. I was a nurse case manager. Definitely them connect with hospitals, community organizations. The earlier you start, the better. Okay, because building relationships a lot of times takes time. It's not something that you can build in a minute. Okay, now number 4, this is something else I would do: create a simple marketing plan. Now, some of you already who've been following me for a while, you know that I've shared this story on my own journey when I started my home care business in 2016. I thought that my phone was going to be ringing off the hook. Clients going to be knocking on the door, right? It didn't happen. Well, what was missing was a marketing plan. I didn't find that out until I mentioned to someone that I wasn't getting any clients, any calls, and they asked me about marketing. Do I have a marketing plan? I didn't. So I had to find out that you need to have a marketing plan. You don't have to have a huge budget. A lot of people think when you think marketing, it costs a lot of money. Not a huge budget, but you do need consistency, like I mentioned to you guys before. So I will focus on Google Business Profile. That was something that I didn't have when I started, but once I got the marketing, I got the profile. Big thing. Jot this down: Google's Business Profile. Facebook. We all know that social media is like the new age word of mouth, okay? Because everything gets shared on social media. Community networking, going to networking events. That's something I didn't know in the beginning, but it is definitely beneficial. I have a couple of my clients who came to me for consulting services, and they were out there doing very well with the community events. That's where a lot of them get the bulk of their clients. Referral relationships, educational content. And then I'm going to touch back on referral relationships because a lot of you probably wondering how. That's where your commercial insurance contracting comes in. Okay, if you don't know about commercial insurance contracts, you definitely want to go back to my channel and watch some of those videos. The goal is simple: become visible, and people cannot hire a business that they don't know exists. I'm going to keep saying this over and over again because that was one of my eye openers when I was on my journey. When I reached out to someone and then I ended up finding out about the marketing plan, they was like, how are business going to call you if they don't know you exist? Okay, so if you're finding that this video is, helping you in any way, just comment below and, just let me know, hey, start, or, you put start, or thanks for the video. I like reading comments. I like getting those notifications. And so if you're serious about building your agency, you've already started, you got your license, you want to build it the right way, with the right structure, everything that I've went over so far, check out my home care growth kit. It's on my SKOOL platform in my SKOOL community. I'll put the link below so you guys can join and take advantage of the home care growth kit. I've created resources, right, especially for women who want practical guidance, right, without all the confusion, without all the fluff. You want the real practical guidance. That's how I am. Okay, that's how I learn. That's how I get information. So if that's you, you definitely want to join my SKOOL community because I have the resources and guidance up there as well. So let's keep going. Now we're going to talk about number 5. What I would do if I had to start all over from scratch. I would build systems before I need them. This is big because when you're starting from scratch, you want to make sure that you already have your systems in place. It helps things run smoother. One thing I would do differently with building my systems early, because most people wait, like I did, until you're overwhelmed, you feel like giving up, or it's too much. Then you want to try to organize everything. Get your systems in place. Know how to operate before you jump out there. So here's what I would create systems for. And then what I ultimately did in my own business. Client intake. You need a system for that. Caregiver onboarding. You need a system for that, and trainings. If you don't know, now you know. You need a system for scheduling. Okay, that's important. Follow up. When you get those inquiries or those calls about service, you need to have a system for following up with those people who are calling you. They could be potential clients. So you need a system for that. Documentation. I have a video on my channel about documentation. If you don't know, go back and watch it. But you need a system for that. And don't look at it as more work. Look at it as you taking your business serious. You want things to run smooth as possible. So you need to have these systems in place. All right. And number 6, focus on getting the first client. Now I know when y'all get that license, get that piece of paper in your hand, you just like, okay, I need like 25, 50 clients. Not 10, not 50, just one. Focus on getting one, getting that first client, because you're going to be excited when you get your first client. I was excited when I signed my first private pay client. So too many of you get overwhelmed because you're focusing on the end goal. Yes, you're going to make money. It's going to come. Okay, you don't have to be worried about that and trying to make it so fast. Focus on serving one family exceptionally well, really well, very well. Okay, get the one client, start with the one, do good, your best with that family. Okay, one successful client creates confidence. So once you get that one, you're managing your one, you got your systems working, you start to get confident so that when you start to grow and build, you won't feel overwhelmed or feel like you don't know what you're doing. One successful client creates referrals, because guess what they're going to do? They're going to tell their family, they're going to tell their friends about your home care agency, maybe even their doctors, because they're going to doctor appointments. They're seeing primary specialists. So you got to think bigger. Everything starts here with those relationships. And I'm always going to harp on relationship because it's big, not only in home care, but in healthcare. Number 7, think long term. Okay, I just said that. You got to think bigger, think long term. Most businesses fail because people quit too soon. Now, like I said, I'm a consultant. I've been consulting 5 years. So I've had people come to me who were excited. They started, got their license, and then a few months in, they got overwhelmed and they just quit and got too much. Okay, because they didn't have systems, wasn't organized. It's so many different reasons. Home care is not a get rich business, a get rich quick business. Some people present it that way online, okay, with the fluff, with the money. You're going to make money if you do everything right and you set up your systems and do what I'm teaching you guys. You're going to make money, but don't look at it as something to get rich quick. Okay, it takes time. You got to have systems. It's a process. So it's a relationship business. You have to be building those relationships. You want consistent referrals, then you have to get connected with the sources that will give you referrals. Commercial insurance contracts, okay? Networking. You got to keep those in mind. A service business. We are out here serving those that are vulnerable, not able to care for themselves. So it's more to it than just making money. The reputation a business has is important. The owners who stay consistent win. So if you're staying consistent and you're applying those things that I'm teaching, you'll win. It's just that simple. The owners who keep learning win. So you're staying consistent, you're continuing to learn. You're continuing to learn because, there may be area you don't know well, or, things change. Success comes from staying in the game. It's easy to quit. It is. It's easy to quit. But your success is going to come from you staying in the game, staying consistent, and showing up. The biggest lesson, if I had to start all over again, I wouldn't focus on being perfect, because I had that a little bit on my journey in the beginning. I was like, I want everything to be right, just right. I wouldn't so much focus on being perfect. I'd focus on being consistent. That's something I had to learn. Perfect doesn't build businesses. Mm-mm, it doesn't. Consistency does. So if you can take that, what I just said, and apply it to your business, you can apply it to life. You can take that one thing and apply it to so many different other areas. Consistency does. Consistency is key. And consistency compounds over time. So it's building and adding over time. You keep showing up, it's building. You building. So if you're thinking about starting a home care agency and you want my help, put comment start in the comments below. Start. I'd love to know what you're thinking, what you want to do. I love to help you guys. Um, if you found anything in this video that helped you, also post in the comments and let me know. I appreciate it. I like reading the comments. And then make sure you subscribe, because I'm putting out videos every week that's going to teaching you real strategies, practical things, practical tools, things you can look for and use. This is for my ambitious women. This is for those who want to start the home care agency, who want to grow it, scale it, and then also create financial freedom. You can start with the home care agency and then build on top of that. You don't have to stop here, but this is going to help you create that financial freedom. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.